What up, y'all? It's the Sports Mix. Big Kenny checking in. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Sports Mix on YouTube. You follow us on Facebook at the Sports Mix 2021, Instagram, Twitter, or X. We on all platforms. So I just wanted to give my little 2 cents on James Harden getting traded to the Clippers overnight. Now you look at the Clippers, they got a big four, with Harden, adding Harden to Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George. They're gonna be considered the big four now. And me personally, I think it's a bad mix of players. Russell Westbrook is a guy that thrives with the ball in his hand. James Harden thrives with the ball in his hand. Paul George is not as ball dominant, but he's a volume scorer. Kawhi Leonard, I think, is the most well-rounded of the group. And but he's a player you want to have the ball in his hands when the game's on the line. So Ty Lue got his hands full, with that, just how he's going to work the talent. We saw in Brooklyn with Kyrie, KD, and Harden, maybe injuries played a part in that, why that didn't work out. But injuries could be a factor with this group as well. We know Kawhi misses a lot of time, with his load management or whatever he got going on. So I'm interested. James Harden, he hasn't played. He hasn't even done preseason. So what kind of shape is he going to be in? How long is it going to take for him to really get in shape, ready to roll, and ready to play? But it's just going to be interesting to see, once they start playing together, the four of them, how the four of them are going to coexist together. I'm skeptical of the mix of players, just because, you gotta. It's just tough, man, when you get that many star type players on one team. And it's now about defining roles. Who's going to be, the guy when the game is on the line, or who's going to be the guy that gets control and controls the flow of everything. Is it Westbrook? Is Westbrook going to be the guy to control that flow of that team? Is it Kawhi Leonard? Is he going to be the guy that gets control and get control of the flow of that team? Are they going to defend? Well, let me take that back, because they also got PJ Tucker, who he'll play some defense. But the four of those guys, Kawhi plays D, Westbrook a D up, Paul George plays some D. Harden is the one, he's not going to play much defense, so he's a liability on defense. But the trade overall, I don't like it. I don't like it for the simple fact that I just don't like to have that amount of guys on one team. I think it's going to cause problems. Just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I look at when the Lakers had, Westbrook over there with them, with LeBron and AD, and they just couldn't get it together. Just trying to figure out how to fit it, how to make the pieces fit. It just didn't work out. So I'm not comparing this situation to that. I'm just, until I see it work, I'm not a fan of it. You know what I'm saying? Until I see it work, I'm not a fan of it. And I think, again, they do, a lot of guys, they do similar things, which, can pose problems on the team, because, again, Westbrook thrives with the ball in his hand. James Harden thrives with the basketball in his hand, so there's only one ball on the court. So, you know, from a basketball standpoint, that's kind of how I see that. And then you got the injuries. You know, you got the injury factors. You know, like I said, Kawhi Leonard, you know, misses time throughout the year, throughout the season, every season, for one reason or another. Paul George has missed time throughout the season, the past few seasons, for one reason or another. So that is going to be a concern as well. Are these guys going to be healthy enough to you know, to get the job done? And more importantly, from my perspective, right now, you know, the Denver Nuggets are probably, I mean, they're the defending champions, but they're probably the best team, you know, because they don't have big superstars, but the team is just well put together. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, they got to run it back. They got to show that they can run it back. So the season is still young, and I'm not crowning them champions just yet. But I don't think what the Clippers did is enough to overtake the Nuggets if the Nuggets remain healthy, you know, throughout the season. So it's going to be interesting to see. You know, I just want to give my little 2 cents on it. I don't think that the move is going to be good enough to get them out of the West. So that's just my take on it. What's y'all thoughts? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Sports Mix on YouTube, and follow me on all other platforms, the Sports Mix 2021. Y'all have a good one.